there is no strategy that will not have losses. Let me say it again. There will be no strategy, or there's no strategy on earth where you wouldn't have losses. Hi, welcome to another video. And today we're going to discuss a new series I plan to start where I'll discuss different strategies and take you through the journey such that you can create a strategy for yourself, get some form of data, back test it, and then forward test it. Hopefully, it will help you to be profitable. But before we go into that, I want to say thank you. We just hit 1K subscribers. That's 1,000 subscribers. Hooray! The community is growing larger, and please continue to spread the word. Hopefully we can get to 100,000 subscribers at the end of the year. Then we can, go into different things. For now, I'm not selling a course, so you can find me on any social media platform. Send me a message. I should try to reply, or my team will get back to you. And I never blow yet, so we can always have discussions together. Without much ado, let's go into the strategy. And why am I discussing strategies? That would be the way you would become profitable. Profitability requires you to be strategic. Strategy. Okay. Profitability requires you to be strategic in your approach to the market. And that's why I divided what we'll speak about today into about 6 subsections. So let's go to the chart and see what we have. So the strategy I'll be discussing is the silver bullet strategy. And I'd say it was discovered or made public by ICT. I must give him his flowers. But the truth is, I don't think he's a good trader. But that's subject for another discussion another time. But let's go to the chart. So in the strategy, there are 6 things you must watch out for. You must watch out for the time. You must watch out for liquidity. You must watch out for the entry. You must watch out for the target. That means you must have a target. You must also back test. That is, get data so you can be confident in your system. Now, there's something about backtesting that people do, that you try to make your strategy look good. No, be truthful to yourself. You might not even do it on YouTube. You might want us to do it together. You might have to pay for my time, but we can do it together. But you must be truthful to yourself. And we'll talk about backtesting in another video where I'll give you different tools. You don't need to pay for FX replay. I think you can just use Excel. I did that when I was formulating my strategy. Although it's tasking, but you don't have to go that route. You can just go with Excel and document different trades. Be truthful. Oh, would I have taken this? Would I not take this? And then get data. Once you do that, I think the next thing to do is to forward test, where you test your strategy and also begin to trade live on a live account. So this is what I would advise. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not a financial expert in that sense, but this is what I'll advise if you asked me as a friend. Yeah. So let's go to the chart as I was saying. So we have time, liquidity, entry, target, backtest, and forward test. So for the time, you don't need to do too much. You don't need to get daily buyers or something like that. No. In the forex industry or in the trading industry, less is more. Like, you don't need to do too much. Just stay on the 5-minute time frame and then look out for simple things. So how do I do it? You can choose whichever pair. I love CAD JPY, but you can choose whichever one. I would also advise you look out for pairs that move during the New York session. So yeah, we have, for this strategy, I donated these sessions: Asian, London, New York. This is the sessions, and this is it's an indicator. You can just pop it up, whichever one, and pick a 3 hours time frame. So you're picking 3 hours. That's a hot time, maybe between 8 to 10 or 8 to 11 a.m. Asian, 8 to 11 a.m. London session, 8 to 11 a.m. New York session. I think those are the times the markets move well. And so let's look at it. So the first thing I love for either the Asian high or low, London high or low, I love it to be taken out. So if we're going for a sell, I want the high to be taken out. Then I would prefer a reversal. But for this example we have on the screen, this is more like a buy, or this is a buy setup. And you see that the market could not get to the Asian low, which is here. market could not get to the Asian low. Rather, the market took out the London low, and you took it out. It gave entry. So the first criteria is you take it out, the low of the London session, and then when it gives the entry, we want a push, and the push in the direction, whichever direction it is, would be to show you that the market will move, which is shown by what we call fair value gap. So this is one fair value gap here, and then look at how the market pushed. This was the last fair value gap. Always I try to look for the last, or no, the first. That's the very first one. You can have multiple fair value gaps because this is another one here. So I would not take this one. I'll take the very first one. And so I put my stop loss below the first candle. So a fair value gap will consist of 3 candles: the candle before the gap and the candle after, which would close above it. So we'll put our entry on the gap. That's the second candle, the fair value gap there. Put your stop loss below. Now my target usually is a 1 to 3. I believe that's the minimum because it gives you more room for failure. So always try to at least try to get a 1 to 3. That's my honest opinion, if you ask me. Again, your data should show this as you continue the journey. So yeah, 1 to 3, and that is it. But I like to round off to even numbers, so that will be like 8. My personal strategy is 1 to 5. That's why it's like that. But I would say for this silver bullet strategy, go for 1 to 5. So this is it. 1 to 3 went in our favor. So let's check another day. So I'm just going to pick 3 examples for this video, and possibly we can do a backtesting strategy video where we backtest together. Yeah, so this is for the 12th of March 2025. So when shooting this video, you can see this is the London high, the Asian high. Both of them were swept. Quite textbook setup. The market moved in our favor. Now the next question you say is, why didn't we take this fair value gap here? Now if you can see, this fair value gap is quite small, and this is where subjectivity comes in. So you might have to look out for probably a range of the pips, something you can add to your strategy. Okay, if it is 5 pips fair value gap, then I'll take the trade, something like that, or 3 pips or 2 pips or 10 pips, whichever one. But now this came in here. This is a larger fair value gap, much more, and it took us in. This is about 1, 2, 3. This is the let me label it. This is the first candle, 1, 2, 3, and then it gave us a 1 to 3 setup here, 1 to 3, and that's 14 pips. So 14 pips, quite fast, it hits the target. So as we said, always look out for target. If I were the one with these 2 good trades, I'll be done for the month because I tried to risk 2% on my prop firm account. That makes it easy to get a 10% or 11% to cover for spread, commission, and stuff like that. So yes, let's take a losing trade, because many times people don't show the losing trades, and there is no strategy that would not have losses. Let me say it again. There would be no strategy, or there's no strategy on earth where you wouldn't have losses. Probably I might be wrong, but I don't think there is. So let's go to a losing trade. So this is one. Now the London high was taking, the Asian high, which is denoted in red, London high in blue. Then the market had this pre-New York move. Again, I have a rule for that in my personal strategy, but let's leave that out for now. This is just a basic one for you. And then the market gave this fair value gap. So let's say you had some rows, whatever. Let's see how many pip is here. I don't know, but I'll leave that to your back testing. So this is about 1.4. Let's say your minimum pips is 2, then you wouldn't take this for the fair value gap. So we have another one here. This one is, for whichever one, it was still a loss. So this one is about 2.9. So probably this is the one I'll take because it is over 2 pips in fair value gaps. So let's want to take a sell from here, and then we'll take a sell here. Put our stop loss just above the first candle, which is going to be here. Let's put it here, and then we'll put the stop loss here. So for this is about 10 pips stop loss, and it hits the loss. So that's it. Prepare to have losing trades like this, but eventually once you have data, you should be able to know what will happen. So yeah, this is all on the silver bullet strategy. I think this is way simple, and you don't need to do too much, and you should be profitable if you have backtested data. Notice again, we spoke about targets. You should set a monthly target. You should also, let me go back to the chart. You should also try to look out for liquidity. We are using two sessions as liquidity, the Asian and London session. Have a target. That's why I have 1 to 3. I only trade only one trade in a day. I still believe that's the best way to trade, but again, that's debatable. One trade in a day is okay. Then go to back test and then forward test and begin to smile to the bank. So that's all we have today. Hopefully you've gotten some value. In case you want to learn or see how I trade, I'm not taking any classes for now, no mentorship for now, but I do monthly recaps of the trades I take, and I also come live on YouTube. So please subscribe to see these videos, and go to, you see in the link I'll put in the description, I'll put in the link to the video I shot for March, where I had a breakdown of the trade. I took just one trade and I made over $10,000. You too can do that, but you just need to get your data, you need to back test and forward test. I think you know that by now. So to the next video, have a good one and remain blessed. Bye.